Hi everyone, my name's Robin. I'm the current lifeguard at Valley Park, and I'm just going to let you know how our filter system works, just because it's different from all the other filters with the City of Hamilton. So this is the Valley Park pool. Now, that's one of our drains, that's one of our drains, that's our black dot, but these are our outlets that put water into the pool, and our inlets take the water out of the pool. So our pool does not use suction to drain the pool or to filter the pool. It actually uses gravity, so the gravity will pull down and it will go into our filter system, which I will show you right now. So this is our basement and our filter system. There's water on the floor because I just did a backwash, but allow me to explain how our filter system works. So essentially right here, the water comes in from the pool. That valve will open or close if we want the water to come in or not. And this right here is a butterfly valve. So depending on the pressure by this gauge, this valve will open or close. Right now it's open. You can see the red line going across. That means it's open. Over here, we actually have the wheel, but we've got open and we've got shut. These two valves also bring water in from the pool, and we open them up or we close them. Currently they are both open. The water can come in and it comes into this tank. In this tank, let me zoom out. This tank, these are laterals, or the filters, or elements they've also been called. And what happens is they've got perlite on them. I'll show you the perlite in a little bit, but the water goes into this tank from the gravity. You can see that pipe down there that goes that way. So the water gets sucked through these elements, through the perlite, and it goes underground to this pipe here. This pipe goes through and the pump is here. So this is where the suction happens. The suction goes from the tank through the floor, up through this pipe, sucked in by the vacuum or by the pump, goes up here, over this way, and then it goes up to our Dectron to make sure it's heated, as well as going back out to the pool. This line here actually goes into our ramp, and then this one here goes into the outlets on the floor. We don't have any outlets on the wall of our lap pool, but that is our filter system. When we need to backwash, we actually drain the pool, or we drain the tank. We leave the pool, we don't drain the pool. We leave the pool and we drain the tank. What we do is we close off this valve, and this valve, as well as closing this valve off to the pool and opening this valve. We rinse off the elements of all the perlite, then we have to refill it. Once it's filled with water, we then get it to circulate through the pump, up through here, back over here, and it stops at 5 because 5 would be closed, and then it goes down to the open 4, which then goes back into the tank. So it just circulates inside itself so that everything can get sucked onto the elements. And this pipe here actually allows the perlite that we mix to go in to get sucked to the elements. This is where we drain the tank, so we can open the tank up. So we open and it comes out. I'm not going to do it too much because I don't want to drain it too much, but the water comes out and goes into the drain here. This is for our teach pool, but basically it's the same sort of system. So this is our teach pool, and here you can kind of see the moving water. So there's actually outlets that put the water out in this pool, and they're on the wall, they're not on the floor. but our drains, our main drains, are over here. And again, the main drains are done by gravity. The hair catchers are done by suction, but gravity will pull from this drain and back into the basement. Our teach pool, same tank, but smaller, same elements, but less. You can kind of see like some essentially hair and lint. That's all collected on thread from the screens. So there's a screen and the perlite sticks to the screen and just gets held there by the suction. The water comes in through that pipe there. So what happens is it comes in through the pool into the tank. It goes underneath, you can kind of see, comes up through here, through the pump, and then back over here, and then out to the pool. As well, we do have, from our hair catchers, the water gets brought in through here. It is sucked in through that way, through the hair catchers, but not through the bottom of the pool. This also, there's a butterfly valve, which is also open. The way to backwash, we have this valve closed, this valve number 2 closed, and then we open 3 and we close 4. And then again, the same sort of thing. It goes through here, up through the pipe, and then it goes back into the tank. So it can recirculate in the tank and we can get all the perlite stuck to the laterals. So this float valve and this float valve regulate if the butterfly valve opens or not. So if I were to bring the float valve up out of the water, but imagine that it's actually, the water is that high. When we look in a second at the butterfly valve, it will be closed. So it's partially closed. It's starting to open back up right now. You can see it slowly turning because I've just released the float valve. So this is the perlite. It's basically like a talcum powder. You can also use diatomaceous earth. It's non-toxic. It just is very dry and very light, but it's not harmful. It's basically just very, very fine powder, like talcum powder. And then this is the mixing tank that we fill up with water, and then we put a bag or 2, depending on which tank we're filling up, into the water. We turn it on and mix it, and then it goes through this line into the 2 tanks.